WFM 91.7.
Good morning. You're welcome on Her Voice. Her Voice is a deliberate program that condemns all forms of violence and discrimination against women and girls. My name is Esther Alaribe, and today on Her Voice, we are going to be looking at the impact of the harsh economy on women, the impact of the harsh economy on women. Yes, everybody is feeling the harsh economy. Go to the market, every single thing is rising daily. But think about the effect on women, because women bear the brunt of having to take care of the home and all of that. And for some reason, even when the finances are not enough, women get to worry about how to make extra income. My name is Esther Alaribe, and today on Her Voice, I'm going to be speaking to Joy Ngwakwe, who is the Executive Director, Center for Advancement of Development Rights, CIDA. Her Voice is an initiative of Women Radio 91.7 in partnership with Action Aid Nigeria and supported by Global Affairs Canada. Currently, about 43.1% of women in Nigeria are being affected by this harsh economy. And trust me when I say it is biting really, really hard. It is affecting businesses. It is affecting families. Go into the society these days, at least 3 in 1 family is having one issue or the other based on their finances. And women have no place to go to because they would not leave their children. They would not leave their families. Today on Her Voice, I will be speaking to Joy Ngwakwe, Executive Director, Center for Advancement of Development Rights, on the impact of the harsh economy. So we went on the street to ask people how the harsh economy has impacted them. Let's hear what they have to say.
Situations whereby you go to the market today, you buy something of 5 naira, and you're coming back, you have to add 20% of what you have before.
Majority of customers, they buy much market. They too little. When they look, say, before they go buy, they go reach 1,000 naira. They say make they come and carry and go buy food for their family, maybe eat.
Until you are gaining like 500 now, it's 100 naira. Maybe you gain 200 before, or 300, it's 15 naira.
Obodo anyị ugbu a otu ihe siri dị o mere ọ na-eme affect ọ mega affect na ihe na una business.
Train is ní tẹ́tẹ́lẹ̀. Torí pé ẹ̀kọ́ ló lè àwọn kan sí transport sí gbogbo kan wọ́n pé lójúmọ́. And salary mi kò dẹ̀ pay mi mọ́. Mo láti stop iṣẹ́.
Torí tẹ́lẹ̀ a bá lọ rajà mọ́tò ó máa ń gbé mi ní 3,500 now mọ́tò ti ń gba 7,000 ó ń affect ọjà wa gan.
I can only imagine the impact of this harsh economy on these women. You can be a part of the conversation. 07000 917 917 is the line for you to call, or you can send us a text or WhatsApp message on 070 317 565 37. Good morning, Joy. How are you doing today?
Morning, Esther.
Yes, hope you're feeling great.
Yeah, I am. And
All
I
right.
hope you are too.
Yes, I'm fine. And you look amazing. How are you doing?
Oh, really? Thank you.
Yes. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me, Esther.
All right. Yes. So, Joy, talking about the impact of the harsh economy on women. From your own standpoint, what are your perceived impact of this harsh economy on women? Because I've highlighted some of them. It affects women's businesses. It's causing so much chaos in the family setting. Women having to do extra jobs, for also minding that they also have to take care of the homes, and the society expects so much from women, and they still need to contribute something to the finances of the families and the society as well. So what, from your own standpoint, what would you say are the impact of this harsh economy on women?
Well, I'll have to state that Nigerian women are very hardworking.
Yes, I agree.
I've worked with women, I encounter women, I've related with women at different levels. And one thing you can see and say about the regular or the average Nigerian woman is that women in Nigeria are hardworking. And they often try to adjust, to be able to continue to provide for themselves, for the families, even under harsh conditions. They work through, they adjust, and they remain hardworking. But then the situation on ground now is like, beyond the ordinary. It's beyond what it was like 20 years ago. And so there are impacts. One of them is that some women are not able to, cater for their very basic needs, very, very basic needs, something that you take for granted. You see women who are not able to take care of those things. And that's because of the situation, not because they are not willing to do anything. Many businesses, small businesses, and you know that women, most small businesses are operated by women. And so they have, in a unique way, in a peculiar way, been impacted by the harsh economic conditions. women find themselves in terrible relationships, violent relationships that they would like to leave, but they are not able to leave because there is nothing. They have lost their business like us, and so they remain in violent relationships. Sometimes some of them have even died because of the violence in it. And people are asking, why didn't they leave? They don't know their stories. And not to mention the stigma that go with women that live violent relationships. There are so many things that there's mental health issues. Some women are losing their mind. It's not an easy thing to watch your children starve, because you want to do something, you can't do anything. You want to help, you have lost there are traditional demands on you to behave in a particular way that limits you. And then even in that home, in some homes, because this thing starts from the home, where when they were even girls, some women were not opportune to have a good education, whereas in that same family, their male siblings had education. They were able, so from the beginning, they're already disadvantaged. They are already not given the platform where they can, compete favorably. So that there are several, and it happens with, the rural women in urban, at several. Nobody is exempt from suffering from this.
All right, thank you so much for that, Joy. Yes, the phone lines are open, 07000 917 917, to be a part of the conversation on Her Voice this morning. My name is Esther Alaribi, and I've been speaking with Joy Ngwakwe, Executive Director, Center for Advancement of Development Rights, on the impact of the harsh economy on women. And Joy has been taking us through all of the impact of this harsh economy on women and reasons why there is need to do so much. As we talk about this, let's talk about the need to empower women. So you mentioned that in some families from the beginning, the male are given some kind of edge over the female already. Some females are not allowed to go to school. They are not allowed to inherit lands and all of that. So the need to empower the women from the home needs to be talked about more often at this time.
You need to empower women, and even you need to empower the girl child, both by socialization, telling them they can be all, they can read the course they want to read. So because why I bring this up now, this selection of who goes to school, who is educated, it happens when economic downtowns happen. So many families now are being pushed to make those decisions. And you're going to find that those decisions will hinder girls more than they will hinder boys because of this assumption, because it's actually not a fact, because it's an assumption that no matter what you read as a woman, you end up in the kitchen. Yes, you can do the kitchen. Women have several identities. They are, they are homemakers, they are doctors, they are teachers, they are lawyers, and so on. So why not give them that all the opportunities that the boy is given to be all they can be in the society? And it's connected to development. If you pull down, if you prevent like half of the population from attaining to heights, it will hinder the level of the speed of the development of the nation. So it's actually to the benefit of the country that half of the population, which consists of women, should be enabled to contribute meaningfully to the development of the nation.
Yes, I totally agree, because yes, at this point where so many families are struggling, girls might be forced to ask to leave school so that their brothers can go to school. I've seen it happen in some parts of the country where they tell you, oh, the lady is going to get married at some point, and it puts the women at a disadvantage, because even when you get married and you assumably go to the husband's house, like you call it, you get there and they're asking you, what do you bring to the table? What can you possibly do? Forgetting that they've made this woman from the onset disadvantaged already, and they put so much pressure on the woman to level up on something they've not given her from the onset.
Yes, exactly. That's the truth. So you see, there is discrimination from the home, your parents' home, and then you're facing another level of discrimination even in your marital home. So it's not a win-win situation. But I know that some women, out of sheer hard work and determination, they try to. But what we are saying, it shouldn't be like that. It should not be so. The women shouldn't work like 100% harder to attain a position that's, where the man is just bestowed on the man.
All right. So, as we get to talk about the harsh impact of the economy, what measures can we put in place, the government, CSOs, NGOs, to just help women, especially women? At this point in time, I'm going to give a very critical example of a woman. Maybe all of her capital in her business is about 5,000 naira. And for every day she goes out, she depends on the profit she makes that day to sustain her family. So if for any reason she is ill or something happens and she cannot go out that day, it means she has nothing to fall back to. It means she has to take out of her
Yes.
capital that she might find very hard for somebody to give her something to start all over again.
replace.
Yes. So how do we help this kind of women? How do we help cushion the effect? I see people trying to give out food items in the society, trying to help people, but we need more than that.
Yeah, we need to stop certain policies that even put women in that situation. Stop certain practices, traditional practices that force women in such situations. Let's start by government policies. For example, I think it was less than 2 years ago, in Festac, one of the markets in Festac were demolished. Like I said, women are very hard work. If you go to the location where that market was, you see still the women, they come out under the sun, under the rain, they wear these disposable raincoats.
Okay,
they
when it
sell
rains.
night and day selling. But they didn't need to be in that situation. If that market was not demolished in the manner it was demolished, throwing them into sudden chaos, they wouldn't be in that. So some of these policies that further throw women, beyond the poverty line, these policies should end. And then target women for credits and loans, that don't require landed collateral that many of these women, poor women, don't have. I know that the bank is trying to, in their various efforts to provide loan, but the interest is something that most of these women can't handle.
Yeah.
And then I also think that governments and CSOs, they should undertake research. Let's even have data. What is the economic status according to data, according to research information that we have? What is the status of women in Nigeria economically? What is the status of women in the rural community and those in the urban? We need data. We actually don't have data. I'm able to have this conversation, you're able to have this because maybe you interface a lot with women, you are in the midst of it, and so. But if you talk about documentation, we don't really have it. We need to develop, and then from the data we have, we come up with strategies for intervention. Intervention that a woman in the urban community, in an urban area, will need may be different from that in the rural.
Yes.
So we need this data to come up with this information.
All right. Thank you so much, Joy. I'm really enjoying this conversation because these are issues that actually affect us in our society that we need to look into. But I'll be taking your final words this morning. So your final words on how we need to cushion the effect of the harsh economy on women.
Okay, first, I will encourage women to keep working hard.
Okay.
Don't relent, do not succumb to the pressure, keep working, remain the hard workers that you become creative in your small businesses, in service delivery. Take advantages of the online opportunities and on where you don't require a shop, we can do deliveries and so on. Be creative. And NGOs should be part of, keep speaking out, be part of the research, push out information. We shouldn't keep quiet. Let the public know what is happening. Let government know. Let's remain in their face and never be silent. And then government should do their part and do not take actions that will further throw women down the poverty ladder. And then I will also encourage women to participate in political activities, to contribute to processes that put the right people in governance.
Okay.
To participate and make sure that their issues are articulated in policy formulations, so that it goes from top to bottom, policy formulation and then enforcement and then everybody's.
All right. Thank you so much, Joy Ngwakwe, Executive Director, Center for Advancement of Development Rights, for joining me as we discuss the impact of the harsh economy on women. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Esther.
Yes, do have a
You
wonderful
are
day.
doing good. You're
Thank
doing a
you.
good
Thank
job.
you so much. Thank you. And yes, so that was it from Joy Ngwakwe. There's so many things that women can actually do. Just look around in your society. Yes, I know it is hard. It is tough. Everybody's feeling it. But just look around. What is that business idea in your environment that you... We'll keep speaking about the impact of the harsh economy on women because we want way forward on it. We want a society where women are able to live. Women are not vulnerable to perpetrators. Women are not vulnerable to predators who just want to just dangle something in your face and want all of you for nothing. We see that a lot. Even little children are not exempted from the act of these predators as well. Please, women, just look inward, look into your society and look at that need that you can solve. And this is it on Her Voice today. Join us. Her Voice holds every third Tuesday on Women Radio 91.7, and Her Voice is an initiative of Women Radio 91.7 in partnership with Action Aid Nigeria and supported by Global Affairs Canada. Till I come your way next month, third Tuesday of the month, my name is Esther Alaribe. Do have a wonderful day.
WFM 91.7.